All right, how about Gonzaga? All three goals came from Gianna Riley. She had a hat trick in that
one. Different than last year.
Yeah, really different. I mean, we've sat in this room twice now. As coaches, we've done it 3 times, just kind of hoping that it could happen. So we're really excited. I knew we had to be on that line, and I couldn't help but be excited and smile. I think I've been to the tournament personally. I've been here, I think, 18 times. But we've worked so hard to get this one, and I'm just so proud of our girls. Like just watching their faces. It's why you're in this business. It's so fun to be a part of a group that works hard and that's rewarded for their hard work.
They made you wait a while. Last 8 seed to be shown. Were you getting just antsy, just wanting to know who it was?
Yeah, I mean, when you've watched it 2 years in a row and not heard your name, and you get to the last quadrant, right? You're like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Whatever. We kind of knew it was going to be Idaho. That's the way they do these things. We got a seed, and we get to play Idaho, who we haven't played this year. So great. Let's see what happens.
You get to host them as well. So what does it mean to be able to host an NCAA tournament game?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't been in the tournament in 19 years or whatever, and then to get in and to be a host, it's a great honor. A real testament to our team and to our ladies. They've done a great job, and we look forward to bringing Idaho out here.
Have you had a chance to see Idaho play at all on film or anything?
I know nothing about Idaho. We don't cross paths a ton, but there's lots of services that will tell us plenty about them over the next few days, and we look forward to the game.
Well, when Pepperdine popped up, I heard you say awesome.
Yeah.
How big is that for the conference?
Yeah, I mean, it's important for our conference to get a lot of teams in, right? 3 teams in. We've only gotten 3. Well, it seems like we always get 3, right? Last year we got 3. We were the 3rd place team, but got skipped, and they took the 4th place team. So it's important for our conference to keep getting multiple bids. Really important. Obviously, I know these coaches too, and I want them to be successful as well. So really excited for them and Santa Clara too. Hopefully we can all do well.
Coach, looking at the rest of the competition, how do you feel about your chances moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I literally don't even know Idaho, so I don't know what to say. As far as I know, they were undefeated. I don't know anything about them. So we'll have to learn. Beyond them, I think it was UC Irvine and UCLA. I think UCLA was the 1 seed. So, I mean, it's always going to be tough, and if you're gonna do well in the tournament, you gotta win. So we'll see what happens.
How are you guys looking to prepare as an organization that hasn't made it to a game like this since 2005? What's the preparation looking like?
Yeah, I think today at practice we had a lot of tired people from our Pepperdine game, and so we rested a lot of people today. But they're excited. I think I could throw out the worst practice of my life, and they're going to make it look pretty good right now. So we're excited to have this opportunity. There's only 64 teams training right now, and our group's a really tight group. So they're excited to train. We're excited to design something to help them get to Saturday.
Gianna's second goal against Pepperdine. What was that period like?
The last week for us, right? Everything was possible. 3 losses was possible. 3 wins was possible, and so many kind of amalgamations of things could happen for us to win or to lose. And this year we beat Portland, great team. We beat Santa Clara, great team. We beat Pepperdine, great team. And then we tied some teams that were a little bit below us in line. So it was weird how it worked out, but super gratifying. Our ladies really rose when they had to. Saturday day was an incredible opportunity for us. Once in a lifetime. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. That was about the most incredible 90 minutes that I've been around. So it's been quite a ride. I was on a Zoom with all the coaches in the conference, and I'm kind of known for being the boring guy in the room, and I just couldn't help but be smiling the whole time. Like, I haven't seen my teeth on a Zoom ever until today. So we're excited, Cloud 9, but we got a lot of work to do to beat Idaho.
One more question for you, Coach. Yeah. Obviously, Spokane is known as Hooptown, USA, but with the USL team coming, women's team coming, and now making the tournament again.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to come up with a new nickname for Spokane.
And Idaho going too, right? I mean, Idaho's in our neck of the woods too. I mean, there's good soccer here. There's a lot of people who love soccer, and you know the new professional teams coming in town. They know that, and that's why they're here. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do to grow soccer in this town, but it can and should be a soccer town, no doubt.
Thank you. Yeah. So was it a little bit easier to sit here and be like, I know we're coming up?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was great. I'm super grateful. I think a lot was at stake with that Pepperdine game, right? Like it was either a for sure or a question mark, and so to be able to go out there and take care of that game and know that there was nothing else left that we could do, and we left no question, and we took care of business, and you know the NCAA had to recognize that. It was pretty awesome.
We're getting pretty antsy there toward the end, you know, being like the fourth to last team to get shown. Where you're just like, come on, show us who we're playing, where we are, everything.
Totally. Like even though we knew we were going to be in there, I mean, it's I was holding my breath the entire time. It's just a super exciting. Again, you have like flashbacks to the years before, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. So even though we're waiting and we know, it still sucks to wait, but it's great.
Obviously, you didn't know who you were playing. So now, from this point on, from your perspective, what does it look like to prepare for, you know, in this case, Idaho?
Looks like what we've been doing all season. Just trusting ourselves, trusting in the way we play, and going out there and playing every game like it's our last. Not thinking that that's not in any of the plans in the future, but just knowing that every game we're going to leave it all out there.
So, Lauren, your teammates have called you out as being the player they go to and rely on for getting them hyped before games. And the stakes have never been higher, though. So, do you have any tricks up your sleeve? What you're going to do to get your friends and teammates hyped for this first round tournament game?
I think the hype will be there by itself, but honestly, I don't prep. Well, I'm going to say them too much. I kind of feel it in the moment, and luckily the words just kind of come to me. But it means a lot to me that they appreciate that for sure.
What does it mean to host a game? You know, it's been a long time since the program has even played in one, but you guys get to host now.
It's huge. It's huge to see to just know that the Gonzaga community gets to see us in that environment, not just on TV but in person. And obviously, we always perform better when our stands are packed, and so. It's great. It's amazing.
This is a culmination of Coach Watkins over the years being able to really essentially infiltrate this program and make it to be this good. What does it mean to him, and what does it mean for you guys as well to be able to be that team to get over the hump?
I really can't put it into words. Coach is great. He's believed in every single one of us, and obviously I have the personal relationship with him, and he's believed in me, and it means the world to me. It means the world to me, and he's earned every bit of this. And I know going into that game, whether people said it or not, a lot of us played for him, and that was a big reason. And I'm sure he felt that, but it really felt amazing to give him that hug after the game.
A lot of emotions here. But,
Sorry.
No, it's great. It's perfect. Shows you care.
Yeah.
What has this season meant to you?
Oh, man, that's a loaded question. Yeah, it's not over. We still got some work that needs to be done. Each season is special, right? I've been here for 4 years, and they're all special for various reasons. But a lot of it has to do with the girls on the team, right? And obviously the circumstances are great. Things worked out for us. We worked our butts off, and now we're in this great position. But it's the little things. It's everyone's personality each day when you come into training. It's going through hell and back together, and then getting to see the benefits this year. It's been awesome. Yeah, I will never forget this season. That is for sure.
Yeah, and what has practice been like lately? Coach said people were really tired after that Pepperdine game effort, but what's the energy like?
Oh, it's great. Sure, our bodies are sore, but our spirits are so high. Like it's no problem. We'll be ready.
And I asked Coach Watkins this too, but when in the season do you think really kind of you were like, okay, we've got something cooking here. We got a really good roster we've lined up.
Yeah, I mean, we've believed it since we were here without the coaches and doing captain's trainings. I think that belief started early on in the summer, but I think at the point of the season where we knew we dictated the future, that was huge. In the past, we had to rely on other teams, and so to be in the spot where everything was in our hands, we didn't see that as as too much pressure, but just a great opportunity and took advantage of that.
You knew it for a fact. Make it a little bit easier of a day for you?
Honestly, I kind of like to be the underdog. So I'm glad that we're seated and knew our name was going to be called, but there's something exciting about not knowing and getting your name called. But I feel like we're prepared, and it was exciting coming into it knowing that our name was going to be called for sure.
So you played under Coach Watkins for a while now. He came to this program with the intent of winning, and you guys were the ones to give him that. How important is that for you, and how important is that for him?
I think he recruited me with the concept of winning, as any other coach would. But I always say, and my family always says, like, it's cooler and better to be part of a program that you make a winning program than enter into a winning program. There's something special about that. There's a lot of people that can enter into a winning program, but not everybody can build a winning program. So I think that's what's really special about it.
What does the week of preparation look like for you to get ready for a team like Idaho?
Routine, for sure. Just routine. Staying to what I know. Like you said, I've been here for a long time, and just kind of sticking to what we know, and just getting ready like we usually do. I think things have been working pretty well, so we're going to just stay the course to what we usually do.
Whose idea was it for the glitter cannon at the end there?
Oh, probably Lily. That's one of our team managers. She's always got the good ideas. Lily and Kendall, they're like our basketball, the glue guys. They're like our glue gals. Their idea for sure.
How excited are you to be at home for this matchup?
Super excited. I am glad. I still have another year, like my COVID year, if I was to stay, but I'm glad to step on a Luger another time. I would say there's been a lot of fields I've been lucky enough to play on and travel to in my career here, and I would say that nothing really comes close to Luger. So I'm super excited, and to bring a game to the Zag fam, it will be super cool.
Yeah, and you talked about you like to go in as an underdog. Is that kind of the mentality, or what kind of mentality are you trying to bring into this next game against us?
I think we're confident. It took us a long time to get to this moment, but it was really like a building thing. Like every year we continue to get better. It's not like this is just like a fluke, in my opinion. We've gotten better every year, and so I think that we're confident that we're in the right place. Like this is made for us. I think we just know our worth as a team, so I think we feel good going into this game.
Equalizer from Kelsey in the 90th minute to actually beating Pepperdine. Nobody wanted to rely on an at-large kid. So what was your journey like from Royal to Marymount to beating Pepperdine?
There's a interview that Coach did like a week ago or whatever, and he's like, if you were to ask Maddie Kemp, she'd tell you she's gonna win. We're probably gonna win, and that's definitely just my mentality. That's very true to what he said of who I am as a person. So there was really no worry in my mind about it. As the game went on, I was like, okay, this is getting a little scary. I don't want to lose. But I think we fought to the very end, and that goal, again, I think this moment was made for us. The way the keeper punched it out and Kelsey just being there, I think it was all meant to unfold the way it unfolded. Our losses came at the right time to help us learn and move us forward as a team. And so I think going into the game, we just, instead of it being a game we could have tied or won, we knew it was a must-win game, and that set us up to come out with a fire under us that ultimately propels us to be a super talented team.
Again, it was a quick reset. It reminds me of after St. Mary's, 3 days later. I was watching you post some things on Instagram and laughing. I'm like, she doesn't even care about the loss. She's already looking to Pacific where you had a hat trick.
Yeah,
Same
you
thing
can't.
happened after a Marymount game.
Can't change what happened. You just got to move forward, and ultimately, that's what our mentality is now. The season's wiped. We're 0-0 now, and we're must-win mentality.
If you're 0-0 now, then speak to the season before this, the regular season. What helped you guys this season kind of tackle that edge of getting from on the border to in at large, or not at large?
Yeah, I think this is so cheesy, but in sports they often say goldfish mentality, you just have to forget about it. And that's what we found, the perfect balance between harping on something and moving on from it. Before it would be if we lost it in seasons past, have been oh, we're right there, it's right within our reach, and that kills us. But now it's just kind of it is what it is. next game. And I think that we learn from our mistakes, but like we move on because you don't really, there's nothing you can do at that point. Like if you don't win the next game, then you're in even a worse position. So I think we're really just like in the present. Like that's what this team does really well. We stay in the present. So we're on to the next.
So just your thoughts after all of that. I mean, you guys, you found out your matchup, and you didn't have to worry if your name would pop up or not.
It's just very exciting. Very different feeling from last year. Last year was just disappointing. We were all in the locker room. It was just something we didn't want to feel again. So to come in knowing that our name was going to be called was just exciting.
And, you know, first time in a long time since you guys have been able to play in one, but you also get a host. How big is it that you guys get to go out and live there?
That's exciting because I'm only a sophomore, but out of all the fields I've ever played on, I think that I enjoyed playing on ours the best with our fans there as well. So it's a good thing.
How big of a moment is this for you, Coach Watkins? You know, being here for 7 years, essentially coming in with the idea like we want to win, and you guys are the team to do that.
I think it's very big, especially since winning the WCC was our first time, and he was like, that's a huge moment for him. All the work he's put in and all the players that were here before us, it's like something that they've been working for, and it's good that we were able to accomplish that this year.
So that was your first goal in WCC play.
Yes.
In minute, whatever it was really early in the game. So you had 2 goals in that game that I would describe as like second balls, really good positional awareness. You were ready to capitalize on a mistake.
For sure.
But the third goal was a worldie. What's up with your free kicks? I didn't even know you had that in the bag. Is that a thing? That was nuts.
At practice, sometimes they give us 10 minutes to do whatever we want. It's like get set pieces, PKs, corners, whatever you want to work on. And that's usually something that I do. And I also used to take at least 2 or 3 before a game when I make one and it's good, and I stop there. I don't keep going, but that's something that I like to do before games and at practice.
Was that location right in front of the box on the left, right where you want to be?
Yes, exactly where I'd want it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to most in the next game, getting to play in the postseason?
I think just being able to play at home and just being able to play in general, like that we have one more game is the exciting thing. Just taking it one step at a time, ready to play on Saturday, I believe. Yeah.
And has your training or anything changed at all, your mentality in practice or no? Anything like that?
Not really, no. Job's not done. Job was never done. We won. Went out to work today. Same feeling as always. Just we're focused on the next game, ready to get the result that we want.
Talk about the offense of this team. You guys lost Kate Doyle early.
For
You guys
sure.
are still one of the best offensive teams in the country. Kind of the resiliency of this team, and how are you guys still that good?
It was definitely a devastating loss, but we got together as a offensive line, and we were like, we're going to do this for Doyle, because Doyle would do anything to be out there playing with us, and she gives all her energy, all her effort every time, and practice at games, so we just tried to instill that into our style of play, whether that's something that we're like accustomed to or not, like we're just doing it for her.